Hi guys. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes because I'm going on unannounced with my hot tea. Got really bombarded over here. Hi, welcome in. I know it's late and unexpected, but I want to put this out there tonight and not tomorrow. Fasten your seatbelt is right. You're going to hear me sipping on tea. I'm putting this out there because I probably have a few different plunder review photos that I'm going to be doing. Hi, mods. Hi, Nancy. Um, Everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. It's all for the sake of the missing children. And tonight's, I'm not discussing herself, Plunder, but I want to go over photos that I feel will make a difference in solving all of these cases. I looked back at my files, and I have tons and tons of files, and the photos are mouth dropping. They're mouth dropping, and I need to start getting them out there. I'm gonna take this time off. So it's photos like these I'm going to be showing you, and I'm saying trigger warning up front. This is an easy photo. Trigger warning up front. The information I'm showing you, each photo except for the one of them, comes from Plunder's station. Plunder has stuff like this, and these are elements that nobody else has in their videos. Just no one does. No one has a photo like this. And even though there are things that are crisscrossing, the elements that are on these bodies and show up are the elements to all the Summer Moonwell's missing children. So I thought it was very important to start it out tonight because, wait, where is it? I have a lot of photos. Now, I am starting out with probably one of the most important photos that I have ever seen. She doesn't have a young little child, right? That pops up in the show. This is a little girl that shows up across the screen. This photo took my breath away. And I am not really quite sure who this is, but I can tell you that it makes me want to throw up. I don't think she has a child that she shows ever. The photos that show up within the studio, I'm going to show you. I don't know who this little girl is. I already sent it in. But this is a little girl. And the presentation I have shows it's only 40 pages, but the information that is in these 40 pages is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Underneath this little girl's chin is this photo. Now, that is a man whose head is next to a dead body that has a red heart on it. Now, putting the cases aside for a moment, this is very disturbing. And it gets more disturbing with this photo. This is why I thought it was important to get this out there, because I want to make sure that this little girl is her little girl. I don't know I don't know anything about her. Nothing. But I've watched her enough to know this split of a screen doesn't happen. Plunder is always holding these little bones. If you notice, she's fiddling with these little things in her hand. Those are also elements, but they're not the most important. I get a very awful, strange feeling when I look at this picture. The next photo I want to put out there before I go into this amazing presentation. The little girl is the shadow. It's the shadow of her head. Let me help you see it. Here. I'm happy you just said that, Lisa. Here, I'm going to help you. Sometimes it's hard. So, here's the shadow of the little girl's face. Sometimes it's easier when I put them like this. Lisa, tell me if you could see it now. Sometimes it's difficult when it's a big photo. Sometimes when I make it smaller. See? Tell me if you could see it now, Lisa. The little nose. Okay. Yeah, that's okay, because many times it's very difficult to see, but when I copy and paste like this, it helps. This little girl's head is connected to something. You see it coming out? See? The other photo that is important for me to put out there is this one. This photo of this little girl comes from, obviously we know the one from Summer, but this one that you see over here is from Adventures with Purpose. So when I saw, I've had this picture, but tonight it hit me differently. Tonight this photo of this little girl hit me very different. All I see is the girl with Summer. And I do believe that there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out from Adventures with Purpose. It has to, because there's a lot wrong with what's going on over there. There's a lot wrong. There's a lot wrong. So those two photos, those two I wanted to put out first. Trigger warning. The photos I'm going to be showing you are photos, this is from, believe it or not, the 4 students that got murdered. This is from Plunder's video. Trigger warning. Plunder's videos, when you look into the smallest square on the bottom of her video, you get the truth. This is the truth that the authorities don't want to look at. This comes from a photo of the, right in the corner. This comes from the video of the 4 students that were murdered. From Plunder's video. It's very bad. There is no reason this should be anywhere in a video of 4 kids that were completely slaughtered that the authorities haven't seen. The 4 kids were sacrificed. And did you see, remember I told you guys they better check out that fraternity house? It's something went on that they're finally checking out the fraternity house. This is from Plunder's video about the 4 students. Now, these photos are very clear in the video. So when I sent it to the authorities, I said, if you want a clear photo, go to the video and look it up, because when I blow it up, it gets blurry. But if you go and look this up, you could use, your equipment. This here is a head coming out of the ground. This is what they did to them. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice. Do you see? I am going to be showing things for the next 2 days that you can see. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Thank you for those ones. 111. Starla, welcome in. Are you new? Thank you. Welcome to the station. Not sure if I'm understanding. The 4 people sacrificed to stop 4 other people from dying. I don't even know who was sacrificed, because when I look at these other photos that Plunder has, yes, the boys coming out of the ground. These kids all look the same. Wow, did this get pixelated. This photo Wow, this really got pixelated. Let me see. This photo, I'll turn it down a little bit. He's wearing one of those masks. One of those pig masks. This here is from Plunder reviewing the videos of the kids. Right? And this is in the smallest of the smallest square. Now, it's got a pig mask. It's got a long nose. See, it's got like a long nose. Now, it got pixelated, but what really, really confirms that this is a sacrifice and this is the same group, and the authorities aren't recognizing the elements because they're just not. But when you see something like this in a photo, the 5 in a square, this is a sacrifice. And these, you know, there's so many kids in these pictures that I don't know who's who. Earlier I went over now it looks really strange, but I went over that video. I'm like, oh my God, that looks just like KIELYRODNI, and it does. In Plunder's video, I knew I saw it. She has this blanket that has the same kind of symbolism on it that I believe to be KIELYRODNI. So I wanted to put this in there. We've all seen, and I have shown you the photo of Kylie with that strip. I forgot to show you guys how this strip, the photos to the left are from the students. Now, but the photos to the left came from Plunder. I don't know where she got that photo. Woo. Oh my God, you guys, I have such bad COVID. That's the same thing that's on Kylie. Okay. So, I don't know who this guy is, but he has something on he has an element on his mouth. So, if this is a cop, why does he have this shit on his mouth? Come on. These are the elements. This is what's on Kylie. Why is this on the cop's mouth? Or isn't it a cop? Thank you, Megan. Right, but look at his mouth. He has the mesh shit on his mouth. I eat, sleep, and dream this shit. These photos can only be found on Plunder's video. They are bloody, disgusting heads. And if you look in her lap, you see a head. The images that show up in purple, and it so now makes so much sense to me. Wait, let me brighten this up. The images that show up in purple are the images that we all should be looking at. Watch this. This is in Plunder's, trigger warning, trigger warning. This is in Plunder's lap. That's a skeleton. You guys. That's a fucking skeleton. Seriously. This is what these bodies look like. They go on a slab just like this. And this is in Plunder's lap. Okay? What the fuck is this doing on her lap? It's right there. Look. See? It's right there. And next to her are dead skeletons with hearts on their left eyeball, you guys. This is the sacrifice. This photo comes from the students' photos. Do you understand that her photos overlap into the students' photos? It tells the story. Plunder's not a witch. She's far from. I don't even know who she is. I don't even know if she's a real person. I think that she is someone who is in a bad situation. My gut feeling is something's wrong over there. Like really wrong. I feel as if she is like being victimized. Look what's above her. These are sacrifices. And look at the photos from the photo over to the right is from yes, something's not right over there. I'm telling you, something is not right. Like the police should go check on her for like a welfare check. Like I get a very claustrophobic, sad feeling like she's someone who is different faces of different people. No, this is never. I've never seen this, Judy. I mean, look at this. This is the sacrifice that happened to the college students, you guys. I'm telling you, I know I'm right. It's crazy. Yeah, she should get, like, I'm just showing you her stuff. I'm actually concerned for her. I am concerned for her. These pictures show the death of the four students, and I feel a concern for her. I am not passing judgment on her. I feel scared for her. It could be, because I don't feel as if there's something deeper about it, you guys. Her face doesn't even look the same. Her face doesn't even look the same. Yes, it's Madison's head. She shows this stuff. Now, if anyone knows her, she does need a wellness check. I think she needs a wellness check. It's Madison's head in the box, just like Summer's. And she's bruised and she's bloody. Yes, her face, she looks like a completely different person. It's like she's like shifted. I feel concerned for her, is what I feel. This is what happened. This is what happened to these kids. Do you see the bridge showing up? This is a bridge that has water. It's gonna show, most likely it's gonna show the same location that we pinpointed. Right, these are heads on platters. If I don't think anyone really knows her. These are the students. These students were abused so horrifically before they were placed back into their apartment. Now, the faces, I don't know, there's a lot of different faces, you guys. I feel as if there were 12. I feel as if there was between 6 and 12 kids that got sacrificed. I came up with the number 12. They might use their faces, but this is what happened to them. This is what happened to these students. Do you see how her head is coming out of those number 5s? That's what they showed in the photo. If you remember the photo, I'll show it to you right now. I have it in the presentation. This here her head is coming out of those, see those number 5s that they showed at the food court? Remember? Here. Their heads were coming out of the number 5 at the food court, which is not the food court. See? This is what is showing here. They're showing this location. They're showing it. It matches. Look. This head is on this that they showed at the food court. It to me, it's so clear. It's so crystal clear what the fuck is going on here. This is the food. This is shows at the food court. That's her head in the same kind of a hole as they pretended was at the food court. The head's in like no man's land. Same with to the left. It's the same. There's a lot. Yes, it's the maroon boxes. It's the maroon number 5 slits. It matches. Like the authorities could see that that's a match. These photos, I put on here little, but I'm going to blow them up because many a times, like I said, when you put them up too big when they're little, page 11, they get completely pixelated. So I like to blow them up while we're on. I will do the left top one first. This, to me, this is supposed to be the party. This is what happened at the party. This is what happened to these kids. There are other people in on it. We've sent a lot, Megan. We have. But I get very frustrated, but I'm really hoping that there's something going on because these are not fake. This is in the video. It's not like I grabbed a photo. These are in the videos. This is real shit. She's being carried. This is a sacrifice. Let me go to the other one. Here on the couch, she is bloody. I believe she is naked. I don't know. But that's the girl on the couch. The bottom one, oh, I'm not even, what I keep forgetting to show you guys is the purple part. The purple part on Plunder is pretty interesting too. It's pretty significant. Look at that. She is connected to her number 5 box. That's her number 5 box. My God, Megan, from your lips to God, right? This is pretty sick. This is also crazy. Summer Moon Wells' head looks just like that. And that's a body in a basket. That is a real basket that they really use. That is how KIELYRODNI looked, with all that stuff on her. Now let me tell you something. This is another victim. This isn't one of the college students. There's more than those 4, you guys. And the people that are the guilty party, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. There's more than just the 4 of them. No, we're definitely not united. This is the basket, you guys, that KIELYRODNI went in. And those are the heads that sit on top of these machines. This is really what's going on outside on their porch. Whoever's the head honcho here has the A on top of her head with the main person that is sacrificed. That is the chair. I know all of these pieces so well. You guys do too. I've been teaching you. A little different than them sitting on the porch, right? Oh, you're welcome, Megan. I'm trying to teach for others to look and to recognize there are a lot of people here that were sacrificed that night. I am telling you, it wasn't just them. It's the same photo, but this one's getting really pixelated. Now, this is a photo. This is the machinery. These are the boxes. You can count them to see how many victims there were. Probably 6. 6 or more. She shows them in her video all covered in the mesh and the hearts. What I am seeing is the same ground cover as they showed at the party. I think that the authorities really need to find that ground cover. It's not easy. But I can't imagine how the family doesn't know. To be honest. Because this is this kind of a cult. It's not secretive to the family because these girls have been together so long. If you look in the middle, it's the middle piece of Plunder's information that is so crucial. It's what's down the middle here, and I'm going to show you. This piece here see the boxes? These are the boxes. So she shows it. Like no one else has this information. Like this is information. This looks like a bridge. See? That's water. And this looks like a bridge. Like the authorities and the FBI should know to look at this stuff. I always think the parents know. But look at this. This is real information. Like this here is what they're covering up. See? And this could be found. It can't be that far away. It really cannot be that far away. Who's that lady? Does anyone know? What I'm showing you here is both Kylie and these kids. They all have the V on their necks and the same information. Does anyone know who that lady is? to the left, random people show up, and I don't know who they are. This here shows a lot of information. I don't know whose eyeball that is on the top, but it's pretty friggin' scary. The bottom is too pixelated. Again, the middle piece shows the sacrifice. See what's happening to them? They're getting their eyeball removed. Like, literally, you guys. I know that a lot of you don't understand when I say that shit, but it's right there. It's right in the middle. I'm going to bring it on in. It's the middle piece that Plunder shows that nobody else has. I know what this machine is. These girls went through hell and back. And the boy. I mean, they all did. You've seen that thing go up by the eye. Yes, this is the machine. They're sitting in the machine. See, this is real. It's not like there's a head right in the middle of the machine. Like it's not like I'm showing blurry photos. I'm showing you photos that are being covered up. Oh, thanks, Muffin Top. Like, this is what's in the middle. This one here, it's tough, but it's in there. Look at this in chat. Again, heads on platters. I wanted to show you. Look at the fingers. She puts her fingers. It's very strange. It's very strange. And then there's like a face. Let me pull it in for you guys. Actually, let me brighten it up and then pull it in. Look how weird this is. Right? It's bizarre. But there's always a number 5. And the elements just, they appear. They show through. See how they're brightening up? Oh, Muffin Top. Thank you for that super chat. You're so cute. Thank you. Thank you. There's another head on a box with the heart on. The heart is right on the chest. Thank you, Muffin Top. And these are sacrifices. I think Plunder needs a welfare check. She does. I think that would do very well. Unless anyone could hear from her and know that she's okay. I don't think she's okay. Look at these photos. This is what you see on the man from the heart. I just showed it yesterday. The hearts on the fingers. So I sent this to the authorities because I am sure they had cuts and shit on their hands. But that's not plunder in this picture. This is someone who is being victimized. This isn't plunder. And the picture on the bottom, to me, if in fact this is like the kids, the students, then she's showing the students. This is what happened to Summer Moon. All in white. This to me looks like a child. Doesn't it? I don't know anything about her if she's in the US. I don't know. I know nothing about her. Let me tell you something. This is a picture of this student after she was sacrificed. This is very, this photo here is very spiritual to whoever's doing this shit. And that's not Plunder's hand. Look at her whole body is awful. This person, this student here, is gone. Look at her arm. This student here, and that's not Plunder. Look at her. That can't be. Madison to me was the queen bee. I know that they said that, look at her arm. I know this is her sacrifice photo. She's gone here. She's dead in this photo. I'm telling you. Madison to me was the queen bee. And even though he looks like a young man. Oh, Megan. Even though they said, yes, the arm is bloody. Their arms seem to be long like that. Obviously we don't know what happens to them, but that's what happens to their arms. Are always real long. And she's branded on her arm with an M. They did say that not Madison, but the other girl had significantly more trauma. But understand that they went to Madison's room first, but they didn't go through this brutal shit in their room. They didn't do this in their room. They did it somewhere else and then brought them to their room. And they probably did that to the other girl to make it look like they weren't there for Katie, but for Madison. But Madison is the queen bee. That's how I feel. Whatever that means. There's no way this happened in the house. See what's popping up in the corner? In the purple? It's a cut up face. It's a cut up face. There's so much information in these photos. I sincerely hope, and this is also why I wanted to put this video out, is because I sent this stuff to the authorities, right? And many times it really needs a voice to explain the photo, because it's not easily understood. Like, if you don't want to see it, or you don't want to accept the fact that this is what is happening, thank you for those ones, you won't see it, right? Most likely, this is what they did to her face, or else it wouldn't be here. See what I'm saying? It wouldn't be here. And she has the V on her chest. Yeah, they do. They turn their heads, and it's not going to make our country stronger. It's not. And the authorities need to go into the purple and use their stuff that they have so they could see all the details, because they're in there. Is that a dog? A dog face coming out? This comes from Plunder. This is KIELYRODNI's photo. I want you guys to really understand and open up to the fact KIELYRODNI died the same way that these students did. Wait. She died the same way. Kylie's head is all the way to the left. I'm going to crop this. The piece that winds up in the water, that I believe Adventures with Purpose kind of company does this, is that piece on the bottom. That's the machine that holds. See what's in there? Those are the pieces. That's the cylinder on the top. I basically showed this in the video earlier. That's the cylinder that holds the head. That there, here I'm actually was putting together apples to apples for you guys, which I'll do tomorrow, and then I got distracted. The cylinder. So let me explain to you. Earlier, I showed you the sacrifice, right? What you're looking at here is the same thing as this that I showed you earlier. This is what they put in the water. That's what they put in the water. You turn it. So this cylinder is what they did to Kylie, which is right here. This is the same thing. This. Wait, let me crop it so you could see it. This is this. And that is what they did to Summer Moon. This is Summer Moon in her cylinder. Right there. So it's common. That's the box. This is all their stuff. It's the stick. See the stick? The student, the gentleman, the boy wound up. We see his picture of him on this same thing. But what you see all the way to the left, let me crop it. This is a portion this is what shows up. This is from Plunder. So this is a portion of the truth, and this is Kylie's head. That's what it is. I just put together a bunch of little pictures. These little photos, the authorities will be able to zoom in and really, really hone in on what is in here, because there are more than just these 4 students. For example, this person here is not, isn't anyone that we know of. This is a new face. So then the one in the middle, here, these are just, this can be him, but I don't think so. All these faces are brutalized. That's a picture of them in a car, but you can't see it very well. They have the same white locks on their hair and all this stuff hanging. Just a lot of kids. It's a lot of kids. Now, this is not Plunder. You see what I mean? The person in front of her is now in the room with her. So this here should never be what it is. Something is just not correct. This guy who has this shit coming out of his ears is in the room. And then now plunder becomes like a weird thing. It's just very, very wrong. Again, with the heads. Let me make this smaller. Actually, let me go back for a minute so I don't forget to show this. Always when you get a small piece of the window, like of the, you see other kids. These kids, you guys, someone needs to check up on this lady and really see who she is. I mean, seriously, you guys. There's more in here that meets the eye. Here, let me brighten it. Shoot, see, when I brighten it, it looks so bizarre. Wait, I'll crop it. There's two sections to this. There's the one that's put in purple, and then there's the face on the top of the roof. These are victims. That are being shown in the purple. I believe this to be the 4 students. Here on the rooftop, is one of these kids who are very important. This looks like a child. This doesn't look like any of them. This is a baby. You guys, someone had a baby with them. This is a child. I know when I see a child. This is a child. This isn't funny, you guys. There's way more. Yeah, there's way more than these students. And I don't even know if the students that we know of are really the ones that were murdered. We don't know. because we don't know these people. All we know is there are 4 murders. And it sure looks like there are more than 4. Look at that dark face showing up. And the green face. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice. This is a child sacrifice, you guys. Oh my God. You guys, this is the child's home. This is when you turn it, this is his house. This is a house. Look. Remember I told you they all have their own house? They all have their own family? This is his house. That's what they're doing in all these different things. They're making all separate little houses. The fuck? Sorry to be swearing, but there's a lot going on here. That's a baby. A baby went with them, you guys. Just like I said, a baby went with them. And there's the green face that always shows up. It's really little. It's right here. And this is the evil face. Wow. I'm showing you that they're leaning against not each other. This is like it's a box. It's not what you think it is. And Plunder has all those little critters on the bottom, and she's got a lot of stuff. Oh, this was the girl on the couch. We already went over that. These are the smaller pictures that I actually told the authorities they have to look at it through magnifying glass. I can't pull these up because they're going to get too pixelated. This here is what's on the girls' backs. And we here know, we know that those are elements. And all of a sudden, Plunder's head is on a platter. This stuff here, copy. These little bony things, and this we've been seeing for over a year. I mean, you know how many of these I've shown you that friggin' Benny holds up? I mean, these are the most common elements in this whole entire thing. Most common elements. This right here to me would be like busted open, but this doesn't even bust it open. I've shown this gazillions of times. Plunder looks scared. So this is the same flooring that I've been showing you guys. Who is the chubby guy? The chubby guy is very significant. He here is holding one of the most important elements that they found. This is what the cop was looking at. He's holding, that's what he's holding. The chubby guy? He's holding one of the most important elements. This is what I showed you the cop was holding. Like, who is him? Why is he holding that? He's holding this. He's not holding a hot dog. He is holding this thing. He was doing hand signals with hoodie guy that elements look like a... Well, this guy is the only one that's standing around the elements. He is like ho-hum. He is the center. He's been doing YouTube. He's not holding a hot dog. Oh my God. See, the other guy's got the elements on him. He's standing in like the boxes. This comes from the video. This isn't like a photo. These are the number 5 boxes. Number 5 boxes and the hearts are like top priority number 1 elements. And the V's. Those were like the first things that we talked about a year and a half ago. He said them girls were trying to steal food, so that's why they gave them free food. He looks like that? It's not, this isn't the same guy that was talking that I saw on YouTube, is it? He is in the photos. He's standing right there with the heads coming out of the ground. This is what he's standing in front of. And the picture to the right is from the cop cars that are in front of the house. This is what the flooring looks just like this. They're just consistently show the flooring. Oh yeah, everything's a fake car for sure. Again, crazy looking photos. It is him. Let me tell you guys something. This photo is in the video from the cops. There's someone coming out of the ground. That just comes right from the picture. Let me show you what the picture looks like. This you see the cops there. This is the photo. This is the photo. Look. Look. What's next to the house? That's an old man coming out of the ground. Number 1s. Thank you for those number 1s. This is an old man coming out of the ground. And their faces in the trunk. But this, how is it that this wasn't found by the police? Oh yeah, that hand. Like this is pretty significant information. That is pretty significant. And then, of course, you get all this other stuff that's in here, which is always in these photos. Stuff like, it just tells the story. That's in the trunk of the car. I mean, seriously. This is the other side of someone coming out of the ground. And that's the maroon box. This is the maroon box, you guys, that winds up under the car. This maroon box is what I showed yesterday that is under the car. Let me see if it's in here. Let's see if I stuck it in here. Oh my God, you know what I did find? For those who watched my video yesterday, I showed you all those. Actually, it was today. I'm getting all confused. So this travels and winds up underneath the car. It's just what it does, and no one gives a shit. There is another angle of another head coming out of the car, the floor. Whoops. Yeah, like you have to take this stuff with a grain of salt, right? Like that's why I always stick with my elements, because so much other shit in here is ridiculous. But that's why I stick with my elements. Like that's the machine. You know, I showed that little boat the other day. But that's real. Like that girl showing a girl. Her head is in the maroon box. It's in the maroon box. This is the critter I was trying to find. Remember oops, shoot. Because I copied and pasted, I did something else. I don't know what that black box is, but I think that is part of the handheld equipment. Because it's a little computer, and I'm going to look into that thing. This here comes from a photo, I don't know which photo, but it comes from this video of plunders. But believe it or not, this photo, it really sums up the situation. On the bottom there, you have the maroon box. You have the machine. You have someone that has the blue over them. You have a baby. These pictures are very significant. There's so much more that I'm going to be gathering. So much more that I'm going to be gathering. But this I really wanted to get out tonight because I know that whatever the authorities will be looking at my presentation tomorrow. This is what I was showing in the video of him moving the knife. Right? I think it's right here. Right? And then I'm gonna go to sleep. Where's my knife? Let me show you. So that thing that you see in his mouth is a critter. And in the knife video today, there are tons of little critters, right? Let me show you. How this one matches up. Let me grab it here. Here it is. It has all these different critters. See? See, these are critters. And this is what shows up on his knife. They're just significant. They tell the story. Like, here's a different one. They change. Just tells a different story. But isn't that funny how they're like, they do the same thing. It's really, really, really weird. But it's part of my storytelling. It's part of it. Well, wow, an hour and a half, and here I said it was going to be fast. Oh, no, I'll do that one tomorrow. I'll do this one tomorrow. I'm seeing if I have what I want to show you here. No, I'll do that tomorrow. All right, you guys. This was pretty amazing. Tomorrow I will be going over more information in hopes that we have justice in the morning. Thank you all for being here. For those that are first getting up, good morning. And everyone else, go to sleep. Get some sleep. Thank you all. And subscribe if you have not. That'd be wonderful. All right. See you all in a few hours. I got to get some sleep. I'm fighting off the COVID over here. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. And may justice come to all these missing Summer Wells missing children. Good night, guys. Oh, thank you, mods.